What up, y'all? Welcome to the Gunslinger Gaming Frosty Pints podcast. I'm Gobi. With me tonight is, of course, DrNiggle, OmegaConstruct.
Stop
Masami,
furiously typing during Gobi's intro, you bastard.
Zero Burn, and of course, the Leadness. He's actually awake.
Type. Am I just chopped liver?
Furiously type. Yeah, no, I was just yelling over him.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
I'm just still not awake.
I did introduce you. They might not have heard it. And everybody else, and of course, Masami.
So that
Wonderful.
calls for a
Yay.
special thing. Masami, how was your week?
Yes.
It was a week.
Average to medium well, perhaps?
Maybe slightly
Talking
better.
a week or a steak here.
No, yeah, that would be medium to medium well. Rare. I like rare. Medium rare. Medium rare is
Rather
really tough to do.
flaccid week.
Shout out to Smurg from the GS Discord, who has been posting pictures of brisket
His
and
meat.
steak. Yeah, his meat. He's been posting his meat pictures that he's been taking probably over the course of the last year, and just did a dump all over one of the rooms.
I mean, there were some that had snow, some that had no snow. I could tell they were from a few periods of time, but very impressive meat.
I'm putting
Lovely,
meat
yeah.
between my lips right now.
I enjoy a good hunk of meat.
Let's
I
just go
love-
ahead and put this one on the chin.
I love meat any way that I can get it into my body.
I love fast went downhill like up the gate and there's the cliff.
So thank you, Smurg, for your meat pics.
Yes. And please don't wipe any of us off the face of this earth, all right? Please don't.
How the
Thanks,
hell's he
much
gonna do
appreciated.
that? How the hell's he gonna do that?
Long story. It's not a big deal. So loot boxes. Yes, everybody loves loot boxes, right? Y'all love them, right? Yeah. Well,
So,
they're
yeah,
Yes,
finally
please.
getting a new
By
label.
love, you mean
You mean surprise mechanics?
I love
love
loot
that.
boxes about as much as I love AIDS.
So lots and lots and lots.
AIDS! Yay! God, I can't believe I said that.
We're just gonna go ahead and snip that out and add it to the soundboard.
the rails.
It was so nice and clean too. Nobody else was talking over it.
I know it's gonna be perfect for the board.
That's a great soundbite.
Fucking-
So
I
yeah,
don't know why I don't join these things anymore.
you don't join them anymore because you're sleeping.
Shush! Hush you!
It's old man.
I just have a
Anyway,
really good
on to loot
sleep
boxes.
schedule.
That projectile vomited over steak lines.
See, I had a rough childhood.
Yeah, the SRB has decided to give us a label for loot boxes. That's gonna do stuff, right? I think we
Oh.
all
Ah.
agree.
There's gonna be
It'll
another label that parents
solve
don't
the
pay
problem.
attention to on the boxes of games that say, "Warning: loot boxes. Your child might gamble away your credit card money and put you into further debt."
Of course, there's a propensity of video games coming less in boxes, so this will be a real help.
Yeah.
I mean, how long
Sorry.
now has it been that they've had just age ratings that are completely ignored by parents every single day? So it's just one more label that's going to be completely ignored.
Yeah, I was
Gobi,
just gonna say
how,
it's
how
basic.
many games rated MA or M for mature do you let your 5-year-old play?
No comment.
Yeah.
The
That's
funny
all
part
good.
here, according to research, parents are far more concerned about their child's I'm
You
not.
just mixed
I'm
child's-
not sober. Yep. Their child's ability to spend real money in games than the fact that those in-game purchases may be randomized.
Yeah, there you go. So parents are more concerned that kids are going to spend their money than they are that the kids are going to spend hours a day blowing people's heads off and
Gambling.
mutilating people in horrible ways. Funny, entertaining ways, but still horrible ways for, 10-year-olds.
Yep.
But,
not even
but
that.
Dr. Niggle, didn't you know? Gambling is an addiction, and we have to stop addiction.
Yep.
Your mic cut out, so all I heard was stop a dick, and that was
He has to stop a dick. Zero has to stop a dick.
Smoke.
That's like
stop it.
Masami's
Zero's
cock
coming for
blocking. Oh, by the way, did you want to plug your nice cock block mask there, Masami? That you posted the other day?
Oh, do it.
Which cock block mess?
Yeah, you're going to have to be more specific.
He's got more than one.
Damn
Well,
fucking
this
right
group-
she does.
Well,
You
this group,
posted
it's
it on
like
410.
Oh man. Well, it's not 420 yet, so that's not possible. I don't know.
Hey-oh.
Are we doing a 420 show? We should do a
Oh.
420 show. It's legal in, 2 of our states.
Oh,
Oh,
the
it's a-
cock
Oh,
thing.
that is next week.
Becoming
Monday.
legal
It is on next Monday, so yeah, we'll
Yeah.
definitely.
Alright, well, I'm going to be blitzed out of my mind.
I don't.
So next week's podcast should be nice and chill, relax.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, now I know what the fuck you're talking about. The mask lady selling that's a print fabric of nothing but cocks. In the whole vein of, if you're too close to realize that there are cocks on my mask, you are too close, kindly back the fuck up. You can buy them for $20.
It's a social distancing thing, where if you get too close to somebody, they see the cocks on your face mask.
I saw that Instagram or Twitter post as well, and I was like, you know what? I've got pretty good vision, and I could probably tell those were cocks from 6 feet away. So I'm just gonna think, why does this lady have cocks on her face? While I stay the safe 6 feet away from her.
You're gonna be like you're gonna be across some one of those giant center aisle freezers or something that's like 12 foot wide. You're gonna see dicks on her mask and be like, "Hey, nice dicks."
And of course, her name will probably be Karen, and she'll look at Omega and go,
I want to see your manager.
that too.
He just looks off screen and yells, "Mom!"
Oh,
That's great.
All right.
But yeah,
What else
Moving
is
on
on
to
the
something
podcast?
Loot boxes.
Okay, yeah, loot boxes. Fuck
Crisis.
loot boxes.
See, I think at the end of the day, it's like, what, now 90% of all the games are going to have this label on the box? So, I mean, every game in the Ubisoft store has loot boxes that you can buy. Like, every single game is now going to have this label on it.
it's just so that companies don't get sued anymore by people that got their kids fucking drain their bank accounts.
Wait, so in Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoints, there were microtransactions in both those games, but none of them had randomized mechanics. It was just, you want to buy stuff so that you don't have to go out to the open world and find it. You can totally do that. So to my knowledge, there's no randomized mechanics in Breakpoint or Wildlands.
there is.
Is there in
Wild-
Breakpoint?
Yes. I don't know
What
about
is it?
Breakpoint, but in Wildlands they have those what do they call them? Supply caches or whatever. You get them playing multiplayer, so that's why they're not known to you.
Okay. Can you also buy them with money?
I think you have to have like those like prestige
ghost
credits.
coins.
Oh, prestige crates are what they're called. They're completely fucking randomized, but you got to have prestige coins, and I don't know if you can buy prestige coins or not. But I know there was one that you could buy in game that was completely random with ghost coins or whatever the fuck it is, but it wasn't necessary because everything in there, I'm pretty sure you can find in the open world.
Right.
Well, I
okay.
was looking through the
Didn't know that.
Ubisoft store, even like the Assassin's Creed games. You think what purpose? Like I was just trying to think of what game would be that I wouldn't imagine would even have a loot box mechanic. But even Assassin's Creed has like random
I was
kind of
gonna
loot
say
box mechanics.
What
the
about
last two, right?
Yeah, what about Anno 1800? That would be a game I could see no purpose for loot boxes.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, what?
they're not doing loot boxes, but yeah, they're on the whole bandwagon of you buy the base game, which is like a subset of the game, and then you pay for expansions.
That is true. Yeah, they've already got their year 2 pass out. I believe I saw that
Right.
advertised.
So they went more of the Rainbow Six strategy.
Yeah, or the original Division before the loot box mechanics, where you could buy the base or the gold or the ultimate, or it was called collectors, or maybe it was ultimate. I don't remember.
Yeah, see now the Division is probably the only game I never really minded the loot box mechanics because I never felt like forced.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that you could buy the current. So you had to use a special currency to buy loot boxes in the original Division. I didn't even realize that you could buy that currency with real money. I thought you just had to pick it up from doing high value target missions every day. So that's where that came from.
Yeah, I mean it was great. Like that was the one loot box system that I could get behind because it like you got plenty of stuff in game. You never had to worry about spending money. Like as long as you're playing the game, you got shit to open up cases. And
yeah, also there was nothing in those loot boxes that was like valuable to gameplay. It was all fucking glitter, like a face mask or a patch or some shit.
Yeah, but don't underestimate that. I mean, that's how Epic made $6 billion on a free-to-play game.
I don't underestimate. Yeah, if you can buy currency like
pay that money.
Look, there are absolutely people out there who are addicted to gambling. I will not argue that. So yeah, they'll just go after that because it's gambling.
Well, it happened before we started playing. I'm going to do it before we started playing Warframe. But do you remember? Did you ever read back about how they used to have a random mechanic for getting different Kubro skin combinations?
Warframe. All right, it's up on screen. No, I was not aware that they did that. It was like 2-3 years ago.
This was a while back. I don't remember exactly how long, but it was before we started playing. You could basically like roll a random sort of genetic table to get a different Kubro pattern and size combination or whatever. And they didn't even think it would be used this way, but they looked at the logs and somebody like spent an absurd amount of platinum just rolling and re-rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling on this fucking whatever. And they were like, holy shit, we just created a slot machine, and they quickly removed it from the game. Because like, even a game that like that is all like the only thing you can buy is, stuff that you can get in game or cosmetics. Like there is no need to buy anything. Even they slipped a gambling mechanic in there.
Yeah, that is. I didn't know of that. I do know that there is a Kubro market, where it is still possible to roll like a special. I think the most rare Kubro fur pattern that you can get is the Lotus pattern.
Yep.
So yeah,
that's one that goes for the most.
Yeah, there is a Kubro market. You can pay upwards of 5,000 platinum for genetic templates that have the rarest pattern.
Yeah, I think like the largest Kubros with the right colors, with the it also depends on colors too. Like the right colors, Lotus pattern on the large size are ridiculous.
Yeah, okay, so the largest size is called Omega size. I just found that out the other day. And size actually does not enter into genetic templates, because you gave me 2 genetic templates from your Kubro, and your Kubro is Omega size. It's the biggest one. The one that came out for me is slightly smaller than that. So they're telling us about that. Yeah, but color,
doesn't matter.
Fur pattern and color is absolutely tied to those genetic templates, and that's what you pay the most money for.
Oh, I didn't realize size wasn't. Okay. So I guess size is just RNG when you when you make the pet. Gotcha.
Where does it tell you what size it is?
It doesn't. They have a system, and you have to like eyeball it. So
I mean, mine looks like you could ride it.
Right,
so
exactly.
Mine is gigantic.
Yeah. My Sasha Kubro is Omega size, and it's the biggest one in the game. And yeah, you could. My Warframe could hop on the back of that and ride it like a horse.
Yeah, my the one that you get from and taking the infection or whatever. God, I can't remember the name of
your
that thing.
Helmuth charger.
Yeah. Yeah, my helmet is fucking huge, so it's got to be that size.
That's really cool. Yeah, I just recently, last month, I think the month of March, I fleshed out all my dog collection, so I have one of each, and I didn't have to consign any. I'm very happy about that.
Well, thanks to last week's drop theme of like Kavat codes and Kubro eggs and whatever, I now have a Vasca Kavat, so that's fun.
Yeah, the drop today was a flower decanter for your orbiter, which was a very nice decoration. So maybe this week's theme is going to be orbiter decorations. Maybe they won't do noggles. That would be really nice.
I hope so. They did noggles for like 2 weeks, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I sure got them.
Yeah, tired of noggles. Don't need noggles. Need more crap to put around my orbiter, which is almost... Actually, the main room and my quarters are like almost max capacity. I think I've got like 20 capacity left on each of those.
Nice. Onto your operator room?
Yeah, operator room's tricky though. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get all those PIV sculptures so I can create a Zen garden with the waves just made out of PIV sculptures, so I'm gonna need several hundred of them, and I've only got about 80.
Well, if I have any, they're yours.
Thank you! Yes, would love to. I'm buying PIV sculptures, Warframe community, PC players. I'm buying them. I'll pay you like 5 platinum for them. Not a lot though.
Yeah, I would not ask for a lot either.
Yeah. Well, on the subject of Warframe, do you want to talk about the new clans? We got a new clan system on PC.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
So yeah, we have 2 dojos now. I am done with the second dojo. I started a while ago. I did all the research in it that you need to complete the star chart, and I did all the research so you can max out your railjack once you build that. And Leetness is now in charge of that clan, and we will be funneling members over to the GS Casuals clan, and y'all can have a great time in there. There's no pressure or anything. And the old clan is called GS Prime now. That will be for members that play like super frequently, that are in there once, twice a week, and are looking to squad up for the Operation Scarlet Spear, what's left of that. I think that's ending this month, or just railjack missions or anything like that. The very high-level mission stuff that requires team coordination. I'm hoping that there will be a more active community when we have a smaller dojo, and it will also be easier for us to complete all of the new research for the 100x health pizzas and energy pizzas and ciphers and all crap like that, because that shit is fucking expensive, man. Like, wicked expensive. So that's where we're going.
Yeah.
DM the Leetness! DM the Leetness! He'll send you an invite to the new clan. It'll be great. It's shiny. It's even got an emblem and everything on it. So.
And there's popsicles hidden somewhere.
There are free popsicles somewhere in the dojo. I hid them personally.
Okay.
I also read occasionally.
So seeing other Minecraft stuff, or Minecraft, other GS stuff that's starting up as well. Thanks to Bomb
we're done with Warframe. That means the Warframe splashing goes away.
Yeah. Thanks to Bomb Tank, we're gonna have a GS Minecraft server. It will be on the Bedrock version of the game. We got a pretty good starter going right now. Did some pretty good testing. Seems to be pretty solid. Still working on some issues, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna go live pretty soon here for everybody to get into. You will have to get whitelisted, so you'll have to hit up Bomb Tank for that at the moment until we get something better in place.
Is it a pretty world though?
It's pretty.
I spawned into a mushroom biome with variety of trees. That's reasonably decent.
Shrooms.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I so far I found a glacier biome,
Nice.
savanna biome, what's the trees one that has a lot of oak? I want to call it just the forest biome.
Yeah.
There's a desert biome with a pillager tower and a couple of villages too. I think it has every biome. Like, I think I've touched every one of them.
Have you found
Nice.
a jungle biome?
Yes, but I don't remember where it was. It was over past the. I went. See, I'm always, the builder because I always played Minecraft with my kids, so I never actually get to explore in Minecraft. I have like a 50 block radius where I stay around the home base. And I finally got to get out and explore, which was nice. I'm about 2,500 blocks away from the rest of GS at the moment. And yeah, it's been interesting just exploring and seeing what Minecraft actually looks like. It's been interesting. It was a little weird being on a Minecraft server that my kids aren't on though. That's
What still surprises me about Gobi and Minecraft is that Gobi, you're usually so fixed in first person shooters, and just shooters in general, and yet you're building stuff in Minecraft. That still surprises me.
It is a first person builder.
Yeah, but there's no guns, are there? There's like bow and arrows.
No. Yeah, there's bow and arrow. I don't ever use them.
There are crossbows.
For the JAMA. I've never seen a crossbow in the game. Like I've never ever.
It's a
I
new
got over
thing.
200 hours.
Yeah, it's a brand new thing. I think it came with like the last update. Yeah, it's. I don't remember exactly how you make it, but I know I've made it on the Java, and I know it exists in the Bedrock version.
Huh.
I've actually pre-installed Minecraft Dungeons though, in anticipation for that.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Wow, so you took all of 5 seconds to install the 60 megabytes of game files you need?
Yep. I pre-installed it.
Oh yes,
Installed it.
In anticipation of ignoring it as being an installed game.
Oh, speaking of preloads, you just reminded me. The greatest game ever is up for preload right now on Steam. It is the most amazing game. It released completely bug-free, and now it's being sold on Steam. You can pick it up. I believe it releases tomorrow.
SimCity 2000?
If you don't know it, it's called Fallout 76. It's perfect.
Oh.
I already have it.
Oh.
And it's installed. Speaking of games that are coming to Steam, who's playing Borderlands 3 on Steam?
Not yet, but I will be eventually for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get that.
I know Resident Evil 3 just came out. It looks interesting, but I haven't really played any of the remakes. But it looks really nice from what I've seen. Anybody playing that?
Does it have the Jovovich in it?
No, it does not.
It's a Is it just a redo of the original Resident Evil 3? Now it's just like much prettier, and the story has slightly been changed.
It's like slightly. Well, the characters look different too. They redid. I believe it's Carlos and Jill Valentine.
Yeah, I've seen gameplay footage, and it looks beautiful. It's just a scary game, and Niggle needs more alcohol before he plays scary games.
They do have ammo crafting, which is nice, because my biggest complaint always with Resident Evil games is they don't give you enough ammo.
That's the point.
Yeah.
But like it's always like they give you just like 10 rounds too few. Like you're so fucking close, but yet
you're like away. I hate this thing about this game that is the point of the game.
Well, no,
they also give you limited saves, like you have to find a typewriter in order to save.
Well, see, I'm thinking more like Far Cry, yeah, fucking A. Resident Evil like 5 and 6, like even 6 like had tons of ammo, and it just like I don't know, it was still a fucking pain in the ass with a lot of ammo. I think Resident Evil 4 had the most ammo. It's the only Resident Evil game I never ran out of ammo, and it's the only one I think I completed.
Well, okay, so it's the difference between Alien and Aliens. Okay, in Alien, they didn't have enough weaponry. They had to, use ingenuity and clever bullshit to try and kill that alien, and they still failed, and Ripley had to do it herself, because, of course she does. In Aliens, fucking Marines go in. They have all the ammo in the world, not running out. They have flamethrowers, they got fucking nukes and everything.
And they still get their ass kicked.
Yeah, they still get their asses kicked, so yeah, ammo or no ammo. I'm just saying, it's a good story either way.
Yeah, I don't remember, I never played Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, which are, supposedly the most popular Resident Evils. I didn't come in until Resident Evil 4. I don't think they need to do remakes of 4, 5, and 6. But I do think Resident Evil 3 looks really pretty. There was another game that just came out, too, that I don't remember what it was. Not important, I guess. I see Valorant. We talked about it last week. See, we were ahead of the curve. We talked about it, and supposedly now it's the It shooter. And it hasn't even released.
Looks like crap. No lies.
Yeah, I don't. To me, it looks like an Overwatch clone that's not as good as Overwatch, and I didn't even play Overwatch.
Are you talking about that crappy Chinese game we were looking at the other day?
Valorant by Riot Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
looks like the kind of game that's going to be big in China.
Yeah, it's
China.
It'll be big in China.
The China flu.
China flu. Oh, yeah. What else did this China flu fucking cancel there, Lee? I know it's totally upsetting for you.
Oh, BlizzCon's canceled. Were you going to go to BlizzCon this year, Liz? Linus?
Nah.
Liz. I called you Liz. Your name is Liz now.
I'm rubbing off on Niggle.
I wasn't gonna.
He rubs off on me all the time.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna probably think about it when it comes to close to the Diablo 4 launch, because I'd like to be at BlizzCon when that happens. I think that would be pretty cool.
So the year they heavily imply that
5
Diablo
years from
4, yeah, the year that they imply that Diablo 4 is going to have a release announcement at BlizzCon, you're going to go there and find out it's another mobile game.
Probably.
Don't you all know?
And then I'll just commit Harakiri in the Diablo hole.
Don't you all have phones?
Oh,
I don't like anal. Do you guys not have assholes?
that's still my favorite meme.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's not. They're not saying that it's cancelled yet, but it may be cancelled.
Gotcha.
So that's a bummer. Ish.
Meh.
Yeah. I mean, some people might be upset.
Nope.
None of us will be, but yeah, it might be.
There is a new game out from Paradox Entertainment that caught my eye this past week called Surviving the Aftermath, and it caught my eye because it looks like it's mixing elements of RimWorld with I was trying to think of another game where you just have like a home base and you send out a squad to a point of interest on a map and you tell them to do something and then they do it and then they come home.
Well, it's kind of it's kind of like
Frostpunk.
in that,
yeah.
It's made by the same people who made Frostpunk. No.
Paradox.
They made this is the team that made a game called Surviving Mars. That's why. Yeah.
Paradox
I played Surviving Mars by them.
Paradox is very well known for another game that no one here has ever heard of called Cities Skylines, which is the successor to SimCity. It is a fucking phenomenal city builder. The only problem is that it is plagued with DLC. So you are buying a base game that is a subset of a game, and then you're buying about $100 worth of DLC to sort of flesh it out. So that's the only issue with Cities Skylines. But Paradox Entertainment is known for that. Also, if you say they did Surviving Mars, I believe you. And now they've got Surviving the Aftermath. So yeah, Frostpunk was a good analogy. They're mixing elements of RimWorld and Frostpunk, and giving you sort of a 3D overhead map view, not overhead map, God eye view, like Diablo, of a map, and you're just sort of building a rust bucket colony. And
Yeah,
so
there's
I'm just looking
a
at exhibitions.
streamer. There's a streamer that I started watching back when I was really into Frostpunk because he did that a lot, and he just started doing Surviving Mars probably about a month or two ago, and it looks like a lot of fun. It's still very early and still needs to get fleshed out a lot more before I'm really going to jump in on it. But the mechanics look fun, and it's at that stage of games where it's like, yeah, there's a lot of potential.
We're talking about, surviving the aftermath.
Or, sorry, Surviving the Aftermath. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry.
Yeah,
He did Frostpunk, then he did Surviving Mars, and now he's doing Surviving the Aftermath.
So Surviving the Aftermath is currently early access. You can get it on the Epic Store. You can play early access on there. When it gets its full release, it will also be on Steam.
It looks like it'll be pretty interesting if that type of management game is your type of thing.
Yeah, I might be giving this one a look because I do enjoy micromanaging a colony and building a city and all the rest of that, but I hope that they add more buildings and more building types and upgrades to those buildings, because right now it just looks like, the top tier of things that you can upgrade, like walls and houses, just look like shacks assembled with crap. And that's not my idea of a top tier building.
Yeah, well, it's also partially the aesthetic that they're going for. But yeah, I'm not going to get this until it has its full release because it doesn't look like the kind of game that I want to play 100 times with each new update as new content gets added. But it does look like it'll be a good time. Though honestly, I'm surprised you haven't played Surviving Mars because it sounds like it'd be the kind of game that's right up your alley.
My problem with it is basically the graphics. I'm a graphics snob in a huge undeniable way, and Surviving Mars does have the micromanagement that I'm very much into, but it does not have the aesthetic quality that I want to stare at for hours on end. So that's my first world problem, royal douchebag excuse for not playing Surviving Mars.
Then I've got a feeling you're probably not going to ever really get into Aftermath either, just because I have a feeling they're not going to go too far away from that aesthetic of rickety shacks, of sheet metal and plywood.
It's entirely possible that I won't. Yeah, but I'll at least keep an eye on it and see how it develops. Mr. Deeds and Alien Resurrection. Oh yeah, we were talking about Winona Ryder before the podcast. So what else is here? All right, Crisis. We never got to Crisis, Gobi.
We didn't. So one of my favorite games ever is their Twitter account posted for the first time in like 3.5 years, and all it said is receiving data. They just updated their webpage. It now has a picture of Prophet, which, if you know the games, is the first game's protagonist. Now the rumors are it could be Crisis 4 or it could be a Crisis remaster. I don't really care either way as long as it's Crisis. I guess I'd almost prefer a remaster at this point because Crisis 1 is such an amazing game and it could really use a remaster because it's amazing. I'm not biased at all or anything.
Is it still going to be unoptimized as fuck?
Well, aren't all games?
No, Crisis set the mark for unoptimized game of all time, and it held it for years.
Probably, yeah, the whole can I run it games? Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, that's why it was the standard for all benchmark tests.
This is the shitty, but yeah, I will say I updated the graphics with some mods and stuff, and after playing it that way, I really hope they actually give a full remaster. I think with all the advancements in CryEngine, I think the original Crisis would look fucking amazing, all redone and stuff. And I think the story would still hold up to this day. And granted, I've played it a few times. Although they did say at the after Crisis 3 that they have a bunch more stuff they want to do in the Crisis universe. Unfortunately, the game didn't sell as well as they wanted it to, so they kind of went dark and well for 3.5 years. So we don't know if Crisis 4 is coming or if they're doing a remaster. I think the reason people are leaning towards a remaster is they just did a video for CryEngine, a showcase or whatever, and at the end of the showcase, there's a few seconds of the original Crysis, all fully remastered in the latest CryEngine.
Honestly, right now, all I
Pray
can
they don't pull a Sony and take 15 to 30 plus fucking years to put out a.
That's exactly what they're gonna do.
Does anyone remember when Crysis? I think it was Crysis 2. Yeah, when Crysis 2 came out, there was the theme song for it was sung/rapped by a rapper named B.O.B. And then years later, he went on YouTube and posted a video about how he was opening a Kickstarter for people to give him $100,000 to prove that the Earth was flat. And then it never panned out because he never hit his goal, or he just wanted more money.
Nope, didn't know that.
I actually remember that.
Yeah, I always thought that was funny. It was like, because it was a pretty good song. I was like, yeah, this he's a talented guy. And then I heard him, he's like a flat earther, and I'm like, wow, okay, well, you don't have to be smart to be talented. I guess that's true.
It doesn't hurt sometimes, but shit happens. Yeah, most diehard Crysis fans feel that Crysis 2 was a Crysis that killed the franchise. They went to council. I won't get into that debate too much. I didn't mind Crysis 2. I do agree that it was dumbed down. Crysis 1. But Crysis 3 was not much better, and I think that's what really killed the franchise. Was they kind of peaked with 1, and then 2 and 3 were just kind of, they weren't bad, but they weren't great either. They suffered from, your typical sequels. They're never as good as the first.
It was like the Hobbit movies. They peaked with 1, and
Yeah.
then the others were just like, get to the end already.
Yeah, there was more than one Hobbit movie.
Yeah, there was 3 of them. They made it
Okay.
a fucking trilogy.
Wait, Gobi might have just stumbled across an enormous amount of respect. So there is only one. There's only one Hobbit movie that was animated by the BBC in, I think, 1976. There's only one of those. And if you know the animated version of The Hobbit, good for you. But if you were born after the year 2000, you probably only know Peter Jackson's Hobbit movies, in which case it is a trilogy.
It's also atrocious compared to the original Hobbit movie. And yes,
Well,
I do
it's
go the animated
okay.
one.
Yeah, big thumbs up to you then. And yeah, and one of the reasons that they are so atrocious is because Peter Jackson added so much. He invented a character for Evangeline Lilly to play. He threw in a romance. Yeah, he threw in a robot. He threw in a romance between an elf and a dwarf, which never happened in the book. He fleshed out a lot of the characters and made some more up for the inhabitants of Lake Town. He did. What else did he do? Tons of dialogue and shit. Well, he didn't really butcher it. I mean, he had the whole Academy of Tolkien followers behind him, and he had a lot of Tolkien scholars on. He was just like, yeah, I want to turn this this 150-page book into a 6 to 8 hour movie saga. So I'm gonna need to invent some shit, and they're just like, yeah, okay, let's all add on to it, and yeah, that's how that happened. I don't know if he butchered it, but it's not as good as Lord of the Rings because there wasn't as much source material to work with, for fuck's sake. What are you doing?
So, my sister, huge Lord of the Rings fan, whatever, and she watched all the movies. I said, all right, now you got to sit down and you have to actually watch them in order. I did that. No, you fucking didn't. You watched the fucking Hobbit, and then you watch the fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and then you notice that what the fuck is his name? Simon Pegg? No, not Simon Pegg. Who's the dude from The Office that I can never remember his name? Sam.
Oh, Samwise Gamgee? I don't know.
No, the human being who plays Bilbo Baggins in The Hobbit.
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, no, she couldn't believe, it was like it changed her whole. And she won't read. She refuses to read the books because she doesn't want to fuck up her movies.
Martin Freeman.
Wow.
You need to read the books so that it fucks up the movie. Jesus Christ, the books were so much better. And
Well,
Oh, I agree. See, I
Zero.
read the books. I read The Hobbit. I read the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy. Then I watched all the movies, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't mind the movies. I mean, they followed the books pretty good. I mean, there was little things, but like, I didn't get all hung up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like the Potter people that are all fucking pissed off because Potter's eyes are a different color than they were in the book.
Oh, come on. I've read the books and seen the movies. I don't get hung up on details like that. It's like I respect each for what it is, and I try not to pay attention to whoever J.K. Rowling anymore because she's just gone completely insane on Twitter.
Let's see. That's the problem with people. Whenever there's a book that goes to a movie, is that the diehard fans of the book expect and want and demand that it's exactly the same as the book. But like you just said, you have to appreciate them as two different forms of art.
No, I mean,
you know,
Potter
that's an
the
excellent
whole
point.
eye
Okay.
color thing.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But Omega makes an excellent point in that, yeah, that happens a lot. You know, one movie that didn't happen with at all was Fight Club. Fight Club with Brad Pitt and Edward Norton was loved by fans of the book Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. And the book and the movie diverged significantly, but then came back together. And nobody complained about it because they were both excellent. They're kind of works of art on their own, independently each. I'll go as far as to say that. Didn't really think it was a fantastic movie or an Oscar winner, but it was a work of art.
Well, I think if you separate yourself enough, like you're saying, then you can avoid that. Like Starship Troopers, the movie is nothing like the book.
No, the movie is
But
in
they
that
are
case.
both
The movie is way better than the
phenomenal.
book.
Oh no, I love the book. I think the book is great.
I don't. Wait, but the book is just a mouthpiece for totalitarianism and nationalism. That's what. If you really want to get into an analysis of the novel Starship Troopers, the book I can't even say it. I'll just call it Star Trek Troopers. If you really want to get into the Star Trek
Poopers,
then
Star Trek Poopers.
The whole thing that the author was trying to do was convince people that the government really does have your best interests in mind. Is your duty to serve the state. You should be a nationalist, and totalitarianism and fascism are actually not all that bad. That's the message of the book.
See, I really
And the message of the movies is kill bugs.
Yeah,
the movie is a satire of the books. It says, yeah, look at fascism. Isn't this fucking hilarious how stupid these people are? They don't even know why they're fighting, and the government lies to them at every turn. But they love it. So those are our stupid heroes who are lovable.
I really wish Cozen was here because he actually likes the book Starship Troopers, and the movie makes him irrationally angry, and it's great. Like, watch him talk about it.
We don't need to anger anybody tonight.
No, that's fine.
People probably never read the Bourne books. By Robert Ludlum. Great trilogy. The movies completely different. I mean, they don't even follow the books. I think I talked about this before, but the movies are great. I love the movies. I love the books, even though they have nothing to do with one another, really. I mean, the beginning of the first movie and the beginning of the book are the same, but by the end of the first movie, the book is different. But it's still a very well written book, and it's a very well done movie. So
I've never read the Robert Ludlum books for those, but I did enjoy the Bourne movies just because they've got Matt Damon in them, and I defiantly adore Matt Damon just because I know people don't like him. He's from Boston too, so I have to like him even if I didn't defiantly love him.
Matt Damon's cool, man. I mean, fuck Dogma.
Well, I mean, I like him as an actor. I mean, he does a lot of stuff. I think he gets a lot of flack because he spent so much time with the other guy.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even
Silent Bob.
them also.
And them too. I mean, he just kept bad company. Wait,
He
no,
was
I mean,
loyal
you
to his
like
friends to a fault.
Sir. Whoa. Whoa. Watch your mouth when speaking about Jay and Silent Bob, sir. They are national fucking treasures, and you need to watch your mouth.
Kevin James can suck a fat dick. Fight me in real life.
If we can put you in a ring in oil, I'm down for this.
Kevin Smith, I'm sorry. I think I said Kevin James. I was very passionate.
You did.
You did. I was like confused for a minute. I was like, he wasn't in that movie.
What did the King of Queens have to do with this?
Kevin James can also suck it.
Actually, Kevin James just started up a YouTube channel about a month ago now, and he's got it's all just little short films that he's doing, and he's got this one series that's just called it's just Sound Guy, and it's little clips of him being a sound guy in movies in famous scenes, and it's all just him making ridiculous reactions to the things happening in the scenes. I highly recommend it. It's very funny.
Kevin James and Kevin Smith. Yeah, two people I'm not overly fond of.
And besides, he has a gold card because he played next to Robin Williams in probably one of the best dramas ever.
I don't remember that off the top of my head.
Good Will Hunting.
Oh. Oh, wait.
It's like the most Boston movie
No,
ever.
sorry. Matt Damon.
Yes, Matt Damon.
I thought you were still talking about Kevin James. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what animated movie? It must have been an animated movie. What were they?
Now I'm just envisioning Kevin James in Matt Damon's character in Good Will Hunting, and it's kind of amazing.
Oh, wow.
He's on a Segway.
Segway, yes. Oh,
Oh, God.
Paul Blart, Mall Cop.
Yeah. Oh, my God. If anyone knows the YouTube video of the guy singing Paul Blart Mall Cop to the sound or to the song of Pompeii by I forget who. Yeah. Paul Blart Mall Cop. Paul Blart Mall Cop. Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Please don't DM CAS, please.
It's for parody purposes or review. I'll review it. I'll say it's fantastic. There we go. We're covered under Creative Commons.
Sweet. As long as we're covered, that's all that matters.
Paul Blart Mall Cop, actually not such a terrible movie. If you're wasted, if you're wicked drunk, is actually a fun watch.
One time, maybe. Like, I sat through it, I think, one time. I'm not sure I made it through the end, but...
I mean, I must have seen it. I definitely saw it.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm a fan
sure
of
why
Kevin
there's a
James.
sequel.
Like, he's funny. Yeah. No need to be a sequel at all, ever. Oh, what's the one on Netflix he does, like, Memoirs of Assassin or whatever?
Kevin James?
Yes. Or something, Life of an Assassin or something.
I have no memory of this place.
It's I don't know if you make it all the way through it, but you probably get a kick out of it. If you're a Kevin James fan.
So I actually just came across some sad gaming news. Rick May, who was the voice of Peppy and Andros in Star Fox 64, has passed away from coronavirus.
Oh.
True
We
memories of
dedicate
an
this
international
podcast to
assassin.
him.
We
Penis.
do.
Yeah.
He
I'll
was
dedicate this podcast to him.
the voice of Peppy Hare and Andros, and he was in Age of Empires 2. He was the narrator and the voice of Genghis Khan. And he was the soldier in Team Fortress 2.
Okay. No. Here's to you, buddy.
Star Fox 64 was an amazing game.
Yeah, back in the day. Didn't they just release a new Star Fox like not long ago?
I don't know. Let's find out. The last one was in 2017.
Yeah. That was what I meant. So they did. It was 2 years ago now. Fuck. Where does time go?
Well, it
Talking about-
passes, much like everything else.
Watch
Well,
the time fly like pendulum flow.
Unless you're in quarantine, then it crawls by. Like. All right. Well,
Okay, there we
So-
go. All right, sorry, I was quiet. I was making the in loving memory of Rick May. So now it's put up there on the podcast screen.
Oh, thank you. Very nice.
Last Minecraft note, because Gobi reminded me of this week, is that if you are a Java Edition owner prior to 2018, you can still get your free Bedrock version, which means you should do this and come join us eventually when the server gets whitelisted.
yeah, you have 7 days. You have
7 days.
until 420 to do that, to claim your free Bedrock copy.
You go to your Mohang account, not your Minecraft.net. Made that mistake.
Yeah. It's there. We
Wait,
promise.
wait. I've been complaining about it costing money, but I don't think I'm gonna have to pay for it.
Wait, so is it actually pronounced Mohang? I always thought it was
Mojang?
Mojang.
It could be.
Mojang?
Fuck if I know.
I don't know. Okay, you actually play Minecraft. I don't. I figured if you said it, you might know. I was just curious.
Well, Masami is also more cultured than we are, so she pronounces it Mohang, and we're Americans, so we just say Mojang.
It's true. She's got that South
Mojangles.
Dakota cultural variety going for her.
I still don't know what Masami
It's a real
is.
cosmopolitan place.
It is.
Clearly.
So, cultural hub of the United States. A cultural hub of the Midwest, as I understand it.
Yep.
They got that mountain with all the presidents on it.
Yeah,
They, do.
that
They
mountain.
also have a palace made out of corn. Can't forget the corn palace.
You have a corn palace?
Yes, we have a corn palace.
Corn
All
is
the corn-
always interesting.
You say that with such contempt. It's like, yes, we have a corn palace. Do you not have a corn palace? Well, no, I'm sorry. We're not fancy like you South Dakotans.
Oh, and they change the design every year too.
Well,
in general, they do when they're
la-di-da.
not being lazy.
Oh, they haven't lately? They've been lazy?
Oh, and they change it I mean, it really depends on funding. Sometimes the same design will be up there for a year or two, and sometimes
Oh my
it changes
god, the
every
Corn Palace has federal funds.
year. Of course it does. It's a tourist
Yeah.
attraction.
And Flint
fucking
still
kidding
has.
It's the
lead
closest thing
laden
to a
water.
cultural attraction that South Dakota has, other than some old dead
Mount
people
Rushmore.
carved into a mountain.
And South Dakota isn't even paying for it all themselves. My tax money is actually ending up in your corn palace.
What, you think South Dakota is a net positive tax income state?
But they
Yeah,
have
we
so
have-
much corn.
Maybe.
We have no
That's
state
all funded
income
by
tax.
federal. Yeah, all their corn is funded by federal subsidy.
Yeah, we are really great about that because we have no state income tax.
They've got
I
so
mean,
much
fuck.
corn, they're building fucking palaces out of it. What the?
Oh yeah, and then on the inside they have all the the different countries' flags and stuff like that.
I
Around.
think so. It's been a while since I fucking visited
Like
the damn.
tobacco related.
I was gonna say I don't think I've been there since 2001.
The fact that you've been there at all is impressive.
I've been there 3 times actually. That's how I know they changed the design.
He loves that corn.
Well, it's right on the edge of the Badlands, and I love the Badlands. Like it's one of my
Actually-
favorite vacation spots.
Actually, the Corn Palace is so far from the Badlands, it's not even funny. Like, it's at least 3 or 4 hours.
It's South
Like,
Dakota. It's right on the edge of the Badlands.
Hey, now, the Badlands are great, but the Corn Palace is in Mitchell, and then it's on the east side of the state. And we have Dick All, west side of the state. That's all the interesting crap, so fuck off.
No, see, you miss it. You go to the Corn Palace, and then you close your eyes, you go to sleep, you wake up, and you're in the Badlands. That's how
Okay,
it
that
always
works.
for
That
me.
works.
I mean, it's right on the edge of the Badlands. I mean, I close my eyes and I open them up, and they're right there. They're nice and
Uh-huh.
pretty and wonderful.
It's funny because I'm imagining South Dakotans referring to this area called the Badlands, and then everyone from Wyoming, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, North Dakota, and Montana are referring to South Dakota as the Badlands.
You know, you're not wrong.
No, I mean technically the Badlands go up into North Dakota as well. So I mean it would be all Dakotans.
They actually go south
Mine
down
ain't.
into Nebraska.
They do go down. Oh, that's right, they do. I've never been down
Yeah.
there. I've been to the ones in North Dakota and South Dakota.
Yeah, the ones that right off of I-90 are on the southern edge of the state, and those go down into Nebraska. Those are pretty epic.
I've been to I-90. I drove through your state once. I've told this story before. I had gas station hot dogs that were surprisingly good.
That is something that just doesn't happen very often, especially in the middle of nowhere. So if you took
Yeah.
I-90, then odds are you also drove through Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Don't you know?
Yes, absolutely did, yeah.
8.
I'm
Don't
sure
you
it was
know,
a
eh?
easy experience.
Oh, it definitely easy experience.
Your Wisconsin accent is different than the Wisconsin accent that I heard, though, because I'm used to, oh yeah, you betcha. Yeah, okay, we're going
That's
down. We're gonna have
Minnesota.
yeah, no, well, it's Wisconsin too, a little bit there. And now we're gonna go have a couple of 2-3 beers and then maybe go ice fishing. Gotta catch us some walleye.
Yeah, that's like the western side of the state, right next to Minnesota.
Minnesota. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Hey,
Japanese.
you know,
He's not.
well, you know the old joke. You know why Iowa doesn't have a football team? Because then Minnesota and Illinois would want one too.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
That was bad.
Wow.
Go begin.
Yeah, let's do regional jokes for a
Unacceptable.
region that no one cares about.
Everybody loves-
Not even those of us who live here.
No, it probably doesn't resonate because none of you are sports fans. So you don't understand the rivalries of the Vikings.
Yay, sports.
No, I'm a sports fan. I just care about teams that
Bro.
matter.
Sports.
I am a
sorry.
diehard Carolina Tar Heels fan. If anybody knows about rivalries, it's me.
Yeah.
I can't decide whether or not Tar Heels is racist or not.
I was just thinking, like, how far am I going to go with this? Because I was about to jump in.
Make some Brer Rabbit references.
It's not
Come in, the water is
racist.
deep.
Hey kids, yeah, we remember a movie called Brer Rabbit that Disney put out in the 70s. You will not find it on Disney Plus.
Anymore.
At all, ever. It is the one movie that went into the Disney vault that will never come out. It has been buried so far into the vault that it is seeing sunlight.
Yeah, and to that I say God bless BitTorrent, because some fucker digitally remastered it, blew it up to almost HD quality, put it up, and yeah, I've got it.
Okay, so we'll expel this right now. So the term Tar Heel came to be used as a name for poor white and black naval store workers in the mid-19th century who, due to working with waterproofing materials such as rosin and tar, walked around with tar on their heels.
Okay, I'm all for equal opportunity racism, so that's fine, white and black.
Yep. There you go.
Gosh.
Little history about Southern colleges. And now here's the
Wow,
punchline.
dude.
They're not
okay,
racist at
no.
all.
Regionalist?
Oh,
Wait. So you saying South Carolina isn't in the
Whoa.
South?
Easy. We are not the Cox.
South
South Carolina is Cox.
What's your problem with the Gamecocks?
Look, only you know about the Cox, okay?
I
We all know that
apparently I'm the only person who knows the
we all know
Gamecocks are.
you get elbow deep because you ain't no bitch. But
Thank you, Zero!
Yeah.
That, by the way, is a talking point on the podcast list every single goddamn week, and Gobi always deletes it.
Because people get sick and tired of hearing it. I mean, we all know it. It's just a fact. It
Actually,
happens.
the feedback from the YouTube comments on these videos has been overwhelmingly positive about the elbow deep comments. If anything, they
Okay.
want more.
Niggle, comments made by you do not count.
They are still technically YouTube comments.
You know what? I agree with Dr. Niggle on this one. I'm on his side.
I mean, we're trapped indoors because of the China virus, and all I have is time to make more Google accounts.
Make
The
more
man
Google
has
accounts.
18 sock accounts. Now, granted, those sock accounts are crusty and at the bottom of the pamper, but
Oh god, no! The thing you can create yourself a Google business account, and it's free if you say that you're like a nonprofit organization. So if you do that, you can free without any of that validation crap make up to 50 email addresses, all falling under the header of your business organization. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Don't
See, someone's
exploit
got
this.
personal experience.
Oh god, no! I've been trolling since before 4chan was invented.
Was
He
that
was trolling
before
before
or
trolling
after
was cool.
IRC?
In the glory days of IRC. This was like 2002,
Ooh.
2003. I didn't
Back
even
in the
realize
old
it.
back in the old ICQ days.
Yes, also the ICQ days. I didn't even realize it until the other day, but YouTube and 4chan both popped up in 2005. I swear to God, I remember 2003 or 2000. Yeah, 2003, my junior year when I was taking my first computer science class in high school. That I was dicking around on 4chan and YouTube in class. I swear I remember doing that, but it was 2 years too soon. So I'm going senile.
You're
All right,
going
Leetness
crazy.
we all heard Leetness type. I gotta head out, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Leetness
heading
is
out.
out of here. We're an hour anyway. We can call this podcast.
Yeah, why don't we just we'll wrap it up. So thanks y'all for listening. Thanks y'all for joining. Fuck off.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Penis. Zero. Say penis.
anus.
Haters.
Penis. Penises.
Unacceptable.
All right.